Good afternoon and welcome. My name is Carol Robles Raymond. I am the Deputy Mayor for Legal Affairs and Counsel to Mayor Michael Bloomberg. Today is special and particularly bittersweet. As you know, this is the last swearing-in ceremony for this administration. To the judges, you are serving in what is truly the people's courts, family and criminal court. It's true that a mayor knows that when the judges they appoint to serve dispense fair justice, these judges truly represent an important part of their legacy, even after the mayor is out of office, and Mayor Bloomberg takes this responsibility very seriously. And as I think about my time working with him and with working with other jurists towards an outstanding New York State judiciary, I served 12 years as counsel with Mayor Bloomberg, and also during my tenure with the New York State courts, I know this. I know that the New York City criminal and family courts and their judges are second to none. I know my husband may disagree, but it won't be the first time. And our selection process, more importantly, is second to none. To the judges to be sworn in shortly, you will soon join these incredible courts to create your own legacies of judicial excellence. Congratulations. And may I ask that you please safeguard this most sacred trust. Now, when interviewing prospective candidates, the mayor often reminds us all that a person appearing before a court, be it as a defendant, as a victim, abused child, this person is somebody's mother, perhaps their brother, sister. And when he says it in Spanish, he says, la persona puede ser su mamá, hermano o hermana. His Spanish is excellent. So the lesson is, treat them accordingly. So now, without further ado, it is my honor to present the mayor of the city of New York, Michael Bloomberg.
Well, Carol, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Sorry about the weather, but I didn't want anything to distract you. You might have been wanting to go out and play some golf or something. This is going to get you here without any guilt, and you should be here because this is something special. When I woke up this morning, I looked at my schedule as I do every day, and I saw the word swearing in City Hall on my schedule, and I thought, how is this different than any other day? After all, we've perfected swearing around here. And then I realized it really said swearing in, and I thought I'd start with a lawyer joke, but then on the advice of counsel, we're going to skip right to the ceremony instead. Anyways, we are pleased to have a lot of legal and judicial talent with us, and I wanted to welcome everybody. Judy Kluger, the Chief of Policy and Planning for New York City Courts, is retiring this month. However, unfortunately, she could not be here. The good news is that one of our appointments is succeeding her, Judge Barry Carmans, and Administrative Judge of the New York City Criminal Courts. Congratulations to both of you. We are joined by some sharp legal minds that I rely on every day here in City Hall. Carol Robles Raymond, our Deputy Mayor for Legal Affairs. John Feinblack, back there, wave your hand, John. Our Criminal Justice Coordinator, Counsel to the Mayor, Mike Best. Where is Michael? There you are. And the greatest corporation counsel in the history of the city, or so he tells me, Michael Cardozo. If any of you would like to hear how he argued before the Supreme Court, I could probably arrange for an hour and a half for talk. Anyways, the 9 judges we're swearing in today have the qualifications, the experience, and the depth of knowledge that makes them a real credit to the bench and to our entire city. So to all of our judges and to your loved ones, congratulations. This is an impressive milestone for you. And since it is our final swearing-in ceremony, this is a great capstone for our administration as well. For those of you who may not know, the mayor is entrusted with the responsibilities of appointing the city's family criminal and interim civil court judges. And to help me do that, the Mayor's Advisory Council and the Judiciary has recruited the very best candidates and presented highly qualified men and women for me to interview. And at those interviews, I try to ask really tough questions. I don't always agree with the answers, but I was quite honestly never interested in the answers per se. I was interested in the reasoning behind them and how effectively people could explain their conclusions and whatever those conclusions were, because that, if you think about it, is really the job. People always say, what are you going to do in case A, B, and C? But the real world is we're way down the alphabet when you get out into the real world. And then it is gray matter and judgment that really is what's important. Over the past 12 years and during interviews with, turns out, 256 judicial candidates, I never once asked someone his or her party affiliation or political ideology. I think we should have all different parts of the political spectrum. Let the wheel decide who you get. That's what justice should be, and not me pick people that happen to agree with. I hopefully will never be in front of any of you. Anyways, throughout our administrations, we've always hired and appointed people who have demonstrated integrity and independence. The 86 new judges we've appointed are a great example of that, and so are the 119 judges that we reappointed over the years. Since the maximum term anybody can have is 10 years, and I've been in office for 12, every single judge has either been appointed or reappointed by our administration. And the merit-based judicial selection process is something that we've strengthened, and we keep with the reform that Mayor Koch first instituted back in 1978, and hopefully it will be continued. We've sought out candidates only of the highest quality, and I'm glad to say that 12 of our appointees have risen to supervisory positions in the criminal and family courts, and that includes administrative judge of all the New York City family courts, Judge Edwina Richardson Mendelson. Yeah, everybody tries to be nice to her, I know why. And I'm also glad, seriously, to say our appointments reflect the incredible diversity of our city. New York's population is at the moment at an all-time high and growing. Our growing neighborhoods are more diverse than ever, and so is our judiciary. 30% of our appointees have been Black, Latino, or Asian American. More than half of our appointees have been women, and no matter their backgrounds, all of our judges share a commitment to blind justice. And every day these leaders make our judicial system more effective and our city stronger. Our judges safeguard New Yorkers from crime. They defend and stabilize families threatened by domestic violence. They protect children from abuse and neglect. They protect all of us and the values that we hold so dear. And the judges being sworn in today, the duties you officially assume or reassume come with some very high demands. We know that. And how will we meet those demands together will remain a key measure of our society. Your work really is extremely important. I can't thank you enough for your service. I think one of the things that I'm most proud of is, in our 12 years, is the judges that we've appointed and the standards that we have used. I think it's a textbook case of how American democracy should work, and I can't tell you that it works every place else. I only can tell you that it certainly worked here. Before we do the swearing in, I also want to acknowledge the people who played such a vital role on the Mayor's Advisory Committee on the Judiciary. The Advisory Commission positions are unsalaried, but the considerable time and effort they require are much appreciated. Both the chair, Zach Carter. Zach, raise your hand, wave, there you are. And the Vice Chair, Bob Keating, raise your hand. Zach, Bob, their fellow committee members, and Desiree Kim, who has done all the work, Desiree. The committee's first full-time executive director and counsel have garnered great acclaim from their colleagues in the legal profession, and they should all stand up for a big hand. So all the committee members, just stand. Good. Now, Carol Robles-Roman had helped spearhead our judicial selection process, conducting hundreds of interviews and bringing diversity to the bench. She also helped reform our administrative law tribunals, made our city more accessible for people with disabilities, and raised awareness and aided the victims of human trafficking. Carol, you have our sincere gratitude for all those efforts and more, and I think you deserve a round of applause. Let me also take this opportunity to thank Carol's deputy counsel, Norma Abeni. Norma, where are you? Wave your hand. And John Feinblack, Michael Cardozo, Rose Gilhern, for 12 years has served as Commissioner of the city's Department of Investigations. Rose has just been, it's amazing the job that she has done, and I've been very careful, even though I've been an old friend of her father's, and I think she's wonderful. I've got a deal with her that she's not to talk to me unless she can say hello if we walk by, but I just want the courtesy of a call before she arrests a bunch of people. But I never want anybody to think that I ever interfered, even just with the tone of my voice. And it is so important that we have an independent DOI that really looks at things, and I think we've had that for 12 years, and I think the city has been well served by it. Together, they've helped sustain a tremendous legacy, one we'd like to see our next administration preserve and even improve upon. So let me say it's been an honor to serve alongside all of you. And now Carol is going to introduce each of the new judges to whom I will individually administer the oath of office. Sometimes I get the oath of office right. Sometimes I swear you in for something that you don't want or whatever. Anyways, we'll see what happens here. Let's try.
So you're going to take the first
I'll take the first one. Family court?
Family court.
Way to go.
Very good. First, the mayor will swear in one newly appointed judge of the family court, Robert Hedelman. He has served with the Manhattan District Attorney's Office for 16 years, most recently as chief of the Child Abuse Unit.
You need a Bible. You have a Bible right here. Hold that. And raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Robert Hedelman,
Do solemnly swear that I will support
do solemnly swear that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office of
the duties of the office of
Judge of the Family Court of the State of New York and the City of New York,
Judge of the Family Court of the State of New York and the City of New York,
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations.
The mayor will now swear in the newly appointed judges of the criminal court. The first is Lawrence Bushing, who has held executive positions with the Manhattan District Attorney's Office and city agencies, most recently as First Deputy Criminal Justice Coordinator.
Okay. Bring the Bible, raise your hand. Bible. And state your name.
Lawrence Bushing,
Do solemnly swear that I will support
do solemnly swear that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United
and
States
the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office of
the duties of the office of
Judge of the Criminal Court
Judge of the Criminal
of the
Court
City of New York,
of the City of New York,
according to the best of my abilities,
according to the best of my abilities,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations.
Bruna DiBiase was an attorney with the Legal Aid Society and later was Chief of Staff to the Deputy Chief Administrative Judge Judy Kluger.
Okay. Your left hand's Bible, raise your right hand and say, I state your name.
I, Raymond,
Do solemnly swear that I will support
solemnly swear that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully
the
discharge
duties of the office of
the duties of the office of
Judge of the Criminal Court
Judge of
of the City of New York,
the City of New York,
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best
so
of
help
my
me God.
ability, so help me God.
Congratulations.
Judge Julio Rodriguez was a former New York County prosecutor and later an administrative law judge at the New York City Office of Administrative Trials and Hearings.
Okay. Left hand on the Bible, raise your right hand, and follow me. I, state your name.
I, Julio III,
Do solemnly swear that I will support
do solemnly swear that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office of
the duties of the office of
Judge of the Criminal Court
Judge of the Criminal Court
of the City of New York,
of the City of New York,
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Judge Raymond Rodriguez was a former prosecutor for Staten Island and later a solo practitioner specializing in criminal defense. Oh, look at this one. Hi, Mayor.
Said hi, Mayor. Left hand on the Bible, right hand up in the air. I, and state your name,
I, Raymond Rodriguez,
do solemnly swear that I will support
that I do solemnly swear that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office of
the duties of the office of
Judge of the Criminal Court
Judge of the Criminal Court
of the City of New York,
of the City of New York,
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my
so
ability.
help me God.
So help me God.
You can't beat that one. The mayor will now swear in the newly appointed judges of the interim civil court. Judge Tracie Bing served with Harlem Legal Services, the Legal Aid Society, and as director of the Family Law Domestic Violence Unit of Manhattan Legal Services.
Left hand on the Bible, and raise your right hand. I, and state your name,
I, Tracie Bing,
do solemnly swear that I will support
do solemnly swear that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office of
the duties of the office of
Judge of the Civil Court
Judge of the Civil Court
of the City of New York,
of the City of New York,
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my
so help me
ability.
God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Judge Adetokunbo Fasanya served with the New York City Child Welfare Administration, first as a caseworker and later as an attorney, and was later in private practice specializing in family law.
Okay, left hand on the Bible, raise your right hand. I, and state your name.
I, Kumar,
Do solemnly swear that I will support
do solemnly swear that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office of
the duties of the office of
Judge of the Civil Court
Judge of the Civil Court
of the City of New York,
of the City of New York,
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Judge. The mayor will now swear in for reappointment two family court judges. He will swear them in together. Judge Barbara Salanitro, Judge Linda Talley.
And these are to Okay. We have a Bible. I think we can both put your left hand on the Bible. Raise your right hand together, and I, and state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support
solemnly swear that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully
the
discharge
duties of the office of
the duties of the office of
Judge of the Family Court
Judge of the Family
of
Court
the State of New York
of the State of New
in
York
the City of New York,
in the City of New York,
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
And that's it?
Well, it isn't quite it. I'm supposed to say say nice things.
That's right.
You know, it is really gratifying to know just the quality of the people that are willing to serve the public, and that's why America works. That's why the city works. We may not be perfect, but we're a heck of a lot better than any place else that I know of in the world, and we should all have a smile on our face. That concludes our ceremony. Congratulations to the new judges and the reappointed judge. Best of luck. Everyone, have a nice holiday and walk carefully. It is slippery outside. We don't want to end this with somebody with a broken leg.